Hello, this is B. Welcome to 5-Minute Arting Time. Today is day 26. Let's start this session with the thumbnail from yesterday. Right here. Let me focus. Right there. I tried my best to capture both of the gouache tubes as well as the brush. And I added that grayish background as well, just to match the one from the palette from day 24. Now let's get ready for today's day. Today is day 26. Okay, here I'm set. We have a white canvas for today, a whole spread. And today's inspiration are these two beautiful stars. They are paper stars that I made with my little niece during the weekend. She wanted to give me a little lesson on how to build these adorable paper stars. I already forgot which one was mine. I think this is the one. But yes, so today what I'm thinking of doing is kind of like draw the shape of both the stars, and I also want to integrate lettering. So let me show you what I quickly try to mock up here. This is just regular print paper, so here's kind of like how the stars will look. And I added lyrics from one of my favorite songs by BTS. The song is Mikrokosmos, and they had the word star or stars in the lyrics. So when I saw the little stars, I was like, this reminds me of Mikrokosmos, so I wanted to kind of implement the lyrics. Since music is very important in my life, I usually start my day with a song, the first song that I think of. So yes, so let me show you. With a pencil, I quickly did some hand lettering, and what I'm thinking on doing is like kind of paint the background, kind of like focus on the shape of them. So hopefully I will get enough time, and if not, it's okay. But why don't we start? And clicking start. Hello, Editing B here. Today is going to be a voiceover session. I started with using my mechanical pencil to sketch lightly the stars and also each of the lines of the song that I decided to have as inspiration for today's painting. I use one of my go-to hand letterings. This is one that I use when writing entries on my planners and my journals. I usually write really tiny on my planners, but when I get the chance to write big letters such as this, I really like how my handwriting looks. It definitely helps having or practicing on the side, like the sheet that I showed you. It helps your hand to warm up as well as make any edits. And also to kind of visualize how the end result would look like. In this case, I'm looking to the sample lettering that I did earlier, and I try to use that as a guide for this session. Right now I am going over what I wrote to add thickness to each of the letters so that it helps me when painting the background. I did use my eraser to fix or make any adjustments on my lettering. Right now I had the 2 stars all the way on the top like I was planning to, but then after everything was placed together, I decided to shift the stars a little bit to the side. One kind of on the center, and then the other one right next to the letter E on like. And then once I was happy with the sketching, I started getting ready to paint the background. For this page, I decided to use purple, since purple is the color of BTS's fandom. I try not to use that much water, just so that I have a thick layer of gouache all around. For this part of the background painting, I use my filbert brush. It really helped when painting the stars, and also to cover most of the bigger areas that I had. My brush was getting a little bit dry, so I think at this point I decided to add some water and also add more paint just to help me out with spreading the paint around my hand lettering. I did like how the edges and the sections of wet paint looked on the page, but at the same time I wanted to cover the page and make sure that each of the letters were legible. So I decided to switch to my round brush, I think it's number 0, just to help me with details. But I do so a little later. At first I tried to cover with my filbert brush and more of the bigger areas where detail wasn't needed. At this point, I think I ran out of time. It was 5 minutes already, but I decided to give myself some more me time and some more arting time, and that's when I switched to my round brush to continue painting the background and being careful to leave negative space for each of the letters of the lyrics. Going back to the lyrics themselves, these lyrics, the ones that are here on this page, are part of the lyrics of the song Mikrokosmos by BTS. The lyrics on this song are mostly in Korean. But I found a translation on a website called Genius, where they mostly post translations for lyrics such as these. There were two options for this page, and one of them was, I think, on the second verse, that says, people's lights all are precious. This dark night, don't be lonely, like stars we shine. Don't despair, cause you are a big existence, let us shine. And I really like all the lyrics in this song. Actually, I like most of the lyrics on BTS songs because they are very wholesome and very inspirational. And this one especially, I think it was written for their fandom, for their fans, and the connection that they have. But also you can take not just this song, but all of their songs. They can have different meanings depending on the person, what you're going through. And to me, for example, since I was looking at the stars, it reminded me of the song, because I knew that stars were part of the lyrics. And also it helped me remember the times that we had during the one of the first concerts that we attended of BTS. And my niece, I got to go with her to one of them, and I don't remember if that was the specific concert that they sang this song Mikrokosmos, but I do remember that we had so much fun. It also reminded me when BTS has this song in their lineup during their concerts. It's such a magical experience. I watched a video on, I think, a concert a few years ago, and we actually got to experience that ourselves. You see the whole stadium filled with lights, and then everybody singing the song as best as we can, and having that special moment all together singing that song. And I was so happy that I got to also share that moment with my niece, surrounded by thousands of people, and having a special moment to remember for years to come. The other option that I had as inspiration for this page, for this session, was I think it's a pre-chorus almost before the ending, that the translation says, "Perhaps the reason this night looks so beautiful is not because of these stars or lights, but us." I really like those two lines in the lyrics of this song, because even though like Mikrokosmos comes from like a small universe, so even though the universe is so massive, it is made of all of these tiny little stars, and each of them are important. Each of us, even though we are our own tiny universe, all of us matter, and all of us deserve to shine and to be happy. At least that's kind of what this song makes me think of when I listen to it. Going back to the painting, I'm almost done here. However, I'm trying to take my time to don't go over the sketches or the sketch that I did, the outline of the lettering, especially on the E's, and I always have a hard time with the E's and the A's. But yes, so I'm trying to be very careful here. This part, the last part after the 5 minutes, the initial 5 minutes that I'm supposed to dedicate myself to work on this arting session, I already forgot what I was saying. So this last part is actually about 10-11 minutes. So since it's Friday and the week has been a long week, I really wanted to give myself permission to take a break, a breather, and finish up this little project for today. And I was really happy that I took those extra 10 minutes to complete this arting session. Before starting this painting, I was considering on just going with a gouache and paint the whole background in purple, and then go over the lettering with my Posca pen instead of painting around the edges of each of the letters. Number one, I know that the Posca pen, since it's a wet medium, could reactivate the gouache. So and I also wanted to achieve the kind of look that I got to get on the final piece. I really like how these turned out. It definitely took me longer than 5 minutes, but I really wanted to take my time to finish the vision that I had, and it worked out so well. So now what I'm gonna do is just use these very tiny and fine eraser, and then help me erase all the pencil marks right here. So let me do this and I'll be back. And I think I'm done. What do you think? I love it. I even matched, I think, the sizing of the stars right there. I'm gonna show these to my little niece during the weekend. I really love it. Thank you so much if you joined me until the end of this video. See you tomorrow. And don't forget to shine like a star.